We've got the drain installed. It's about 1.25 inches up off the concrete. And so we've got our first bucket of mortar mixed real stiff. It's got to be able to stand up. And then you take and trowel it on, and it's got to be at the height of the 2x4 base plate. And if it's at the height there, then it will go down and bevel down to the height of this. And then that way underneath the vinyl liner you'll have proper drainage. So when we put the vinyl liner in, it'll be on top of this mud base, and it will attach in a weld to the white PVC, and then it will also drain properly. This is the start of the mud base. It's about 3/4 of a 5-gallon bucket right there, and you can see it's going to take at least 3 more of those, and that equals about 2 bags of 60-pound mortar mix. The mud base continues to get poured and set, so we're going to need 5 buckets, so that's going to be at least 2.5 bags just to get this mud base under the vinyl liner. Then we'll probably need 3 bags to do the one on top, because it's about as thick on top as it is under here when you're doing your mud base. You want it to be about 1.5 inches at the narrowest point so it holds together well, to itself. If any drain work ever needs to be done, it will be fairly easy to break out the mortar bed down to the gravel, where you have to get through this square hole in the concrete foundation. So it looks pretty imposing, but it wouldn't be that difficult compared if we would have filled the whole hole up with the mortar mix. That's why we left the gravel in there, so it brings it up fairly level, and then the mortar can sit on top of it. Making more progress on getting the mud base. Getting there. 2 more buckets, and we'll have her filled in. Down to 1 bag, or one bucket, and we should be able to have it done now. So we've got it 1.5 inches high around the edges, down to about 1.25 inches at the bottom of the white drain. Well, the first mud base has been set. Now we just have to let it dry overnight, and we'll come in, and tomorrow we'll install the vinyl liner. But there you go. Got it where it needs to be. Right up under the vinyl PVC drain pan. And then that's a 1.25 inch off the concrete. And then the bottom of the floor joist, the bottom plate, the top of the bottom plate is 1 5/8, so that gives us about a 3/8 pitch down to the drain, and that's just perfect.